Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click the like button to help spread word about Watchjojo animals, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. A driver was convinced this dog on the roadside was dead, but then she realised she still had time. One woman was driving along the highway when she noticed a lump on the side of the road. As she approached, she believed it was a dead dog, but when the animal twitched, she realised she still had time to save it. Judy Obregon, 44, comes from Texas. There, she's known for saving hundreds of dogs through her animal rescue organisation, the Abandoned Ones. However, animal welfare hasn't always been her #1 priority. In fact, it wasn't until 7 years ago that she saved her first dog. Obregon had been in her car when she passed what she described as an animal dumping ground. In May 2017, she told Inside Edition, "I was driving down the service road near the lake and I spotted a stray. The stray led me to another dog that was injured. Unable to drive on by, Obregon stopped to help. And over the next few days, she devoted her time to caring for the abandoned animal, giving it food and trying to win its trust. Eventually, the pit bull trusted her enough to let her take it home, where it made a full recovery. Obregon adopted the rescued pooch and named it Hercules. However, word of her kind deed soon spread. Other people in the area started coming up to me during that week about other dogs that they'd seen. They gave me locations of the dogs that had been dumped," Obregon told Inside Edition. And just like that, the Abandoned Ones was born. Obregon has since saved over 300 dogs, most of whom have come from the very site on which she found Hercules. Then, in 2016, she came across a dog named Mercy. Obregon had been driving past the dumping ground when she noticed the body of a dog in her rearview mirror. Over the years, she had come across many animals she was simply too late to save, and so seeing a dead body was unfortunately not common. "There are times I don't even sleep when I find them dead," Obregon told Inside Edition. "I found one recently dead last week that truly broke my heart. It was a tiny puppy that had been found inside a bag. Someone had cut the dog's chest open. It's the worst case I've seen recently." However, on this occasion, all was not as it seemed. As Obregon continued to monitor the dog in her mirror, she saw it give a little twitch. "When I saw her lift her head, I turned around immediately," she later revealed. "She was dragging both of her back legs. She just wagged and wagged despite the condition that I found her in." She added, "I think every animal I find out there, it's almost like they're waiting for me." Obregon scooped the dog up and rushed her to a veterinary clinic. There, professionals discovered that the animal's legs were broken in numerous places. "Unfortunately, we do not know what happened to Mercy. We can only assume the worst based on her injuries," read a post on the Abandoned Ones Facebook page. Mercy's injuries were so severe, in fact, that vets were worried she would never be able to use her legs ever again. However, they gave her a specialised doggy wheelchair and hoped for the best. And despite everything, nothing could break Mercy's spirit. The dog enjoyed her food, and thankfully she tested negative for heartworm. However, an X-ray later revealed Mercy would need specialist surgery to plate up 2 of her fractures. But still, Mercy was nothing but sweet and kind to those caring for her. "The doctor and everyone else at the hospital are in love with her," read a Facebook post from the Abandoned Ones. "You know, one thing about animals I so love is that they are so loving and resilient, regardless of the evil humans do to them. Mercy has the sweetest soul that I can't imagine the pain she's endured." Mercy's treatment would be expensive, so the Abandoned Ones sent out an appeal for donations on Facebook, and soon she had won many fans. "Now everywhere she looks, she sees humans that love her," a spokesperson for the animal rescue wrote online. Once Mercy was out of surgery, she could learn how to walk again, and soon the resilient dog was making strides. In fact, eventually Mercy went on to make a full recovery and became known as a miracle animal. But while Mercy was still finding her feet, she went to live with a foster family. There she was able to continue her recovery and experience normal family life. Once she was well enough, however, the vet could spay her and she'd be ready for her new forever home. Then, in January 2017, the Abandoned Ones took to Facebook with a rather special announcement. "We are beyond excited to announce that our Mercy, aka #MiracleGirl, has found her forever home," a spokesperson wrote. "To her forever fam, thank you for opening your heart and home to a special girl whom we all love." The post also revealed that not only had Mercy gained a home, But she also had 2 furry friends to meet. Furthermore, she had a loving family that would help her through the remainder of her hard times. While someone had dumped her like a piece of trash, Mercy ultimately turned out to be someone's treasure. And now, thanks in large to Obregon, her life is full of kindness rather than pain. Please do not forget to share this video with your friends below. Please do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive everything that is new.